In a garage in Los Altos, California, a revolution was quietly brewing. It wasn't a political one, but a technological one, sparked by two young men with a vision that would change the world forever. One of them was Steve Jobs, a name that would become synonymous with innovation, design, and relentless perfectionism. This is the story of a college dropout who built the world's most valuable company and left an indelible mark on how we live, work, and connect. Born in San Francisco in 1955, Steve was adopted by Paul and Clara Jobs. From a young age, his father, a machinist, taught him the importance of craftsmanship, instilling in him a deep appreciation for detail. This early lesson would become a cornerstone of his entire career. He was a curious, often rebellious child who found traditional schooling uninspiring. But his fascination with electronics was undeniable. It was this passion that led him to his future co-founder, Steve Wozniak, a brilliant young engineer who shared his love for technology and a good prank. After a brief and famously unfinished stint at Reed College, Jobs traveled to India in search of spiritual enlightenment. He returned to California a different man, with a new perspective and a shaved head. But his passion for technology remained. In 1976, he and Wozniak founded Apple Computer in his parents' garage. Wozniak was the engineering genius, building the Apple I circuit board by hand. But Jobs was the visionary. He saw what others didn't, that personal computers could be more than just a hobby for tech geeks. They could be powerful, elegant tools for everyone. The Apple II, launched in 1977, was a massive success. It was one of the first personal computers aimed at the consumer market. Complete with a keyboard and a sleek plastic case, a testament to Jobs' insistence on user-friendly design. Apple was no longer a garage startup. It was a major player in the burgeoning PC industry. But with success came new challenges. The early 1980s saw the development of one of Apple's most iconic products, the Macintosh. During a visit to Xerox PARC, Jobs saw the potential of the graphical user interface and the mouse. He knew this was the future. The Macintosh, launched in 1984 with a now legendary Super Bowl commercial, was revolutionary. It was the computer that said, "Hello." It was intuitive, friendly, and empowering. It embodied Jobs' philosophy of making complex technology simple and accessible. However, Jobs' intense, demanding, and often confrontational leadership style created friction within the company he co-founded. In 1985, following a power struggle with the board of directors and then CEO, John Sculley, Steve Jobs was forced out of Apple. It was a devastating blow. As he would later say, "What had been the focus of my entire adult life was gone, and it was devastating." But for a man like Steve Jobs, this wasn't the end. It was a new beginning. He called this period his wilderness years, but it was an incredibly creative time. He founded Next, a computer company that developed a powerful operating system. And he purchased a small computer graphics division from Lucasfilm, which he transformed into the animation powerhouse we now know as Pixar. With Toy Story, Pixar didn't just create the first feature-length computer animated film, it reinvented the animation industry. Meanwhile, Apple was struggling. Without Jobs' vision, the company had lost its way. Its market share was plummeting, and it was on the brink of bankruptcy. In a stunning turn of events, Apple acquired Next in 1997, bringing Steve Jobs back to the company he started. He returned as interim CEO, famously taking a salary of just $1 a year. His return marked the beginning of one of the greatest corporate turnarounds in history. Jobs immediately went to work, simplifying the product line, forging a controversial but crucial partnership with Microsoft, and re-energizing the company's culture around innovation. The first major product of this new era was the iMac in 1998. With its vibrant, translucent design, it declared that Apple was back, and it was different. It was cool. It was the start of the Think Different era. But the iMac was just the opening act. What followed was a string of revolutionary products that redefined entire industries. In 2001, the iPod changed how we listen to music. It wasn't the first digital music player, but it was the first one that was beautiful, easy to use, and could hold 1,000 songs in your pocket. Paired with the iTunes Store, it created a seamless ecosystem that transformed the music industry. Then, in 2007, Jobs took the stage to introduce a product that would once again change everything. He described it as a widescreen iPod with touch controls, a revolutionary mobile phone, and a breakthrough internet communications device. But it wasn't 3 separate devices. It was one device. It was the iPhone. The iPhone ushered in the age of the smartphone, putting the internet in our pockets and fundamentally altering how we communicate, navigate, and access information. 3 years later, he did it again with the iPad, creating an entirely new category of device between the smartphone and the laptop. Each of these products was a masterclass in Jobs' philosophy, a deep integration of hardware, software, and services, all wrapped in a beautifully simple design. He didn't just sell products, he sold experiences. He was a master storyteller, and his keynote presentations, known as Stephen O's, were legendary events where he would unveil his latest creations with unmatched passion and showmanship. Behind the scenes, his leadership was demanding. He was obsessed with every detail, from the curve of a corner to the shade of a color. He pushed his teams to achieve what they thought was impossible. He created a culture of excellence, secrecy, and accountability. He believed that the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Sadly, Steve Jobs' time was cut short. He passed away in 2011 after a long battle with pancreatic cancer. But his legacy is all around us. It's in the devices we use every day, in the movies we watch, and in the very design of our digital lives. He taught us to think differently, to value simplicity and beauty, and to never settle for anything less than insane greatness. His story is more than just a business success story. It's a testament to the power of vision, resilience, and an unwavering belief in your ideas. It reminds us that falling down is not the end, but an opportunity to begin again, wiser and stronger. Steve Jobs started in a garage with a dream and ended up putting a dent in the universe. And that is a legacy that will continue to inspire innovators, dreamers, and rebels for generations to come. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe for more content.